Today was the Highline Trail. I'm hiking with Kim and Jeremy, and I just love this hike. It's fantastic. There's two ways to do it. You can either start at the loop and work your way up to the pass, to Logan Pass, but we did the starting at Logan Pass and worked our way down past Haystack Butte, Granite Park, Chalet, down over to the loop. So so we started out at Logan Pass, and Logan Pass is just such a great place to hang out and be at, and we got the big old elevation sign that a lot of people take pictures in front of, and then kind of worked our way through this little alpine area, which it's really common to see a lot of sheep and whatnot. And then there's a nice rock wall you walk past, and they got some cable that you get to hold on to. And even if you don't want to hike the entire thing, I recommend just walking along the Highline Trail for a while and then turning around and coming back. So it stays pretty level for most of it, and you just get these epic views just looking way into the drainage where the Going to the Sun Road comes up, and then eventually you start to look down the McDonald Creek drainage and stuff. But it's just great, you're just looking at all these nice glacial peaks, and then it kind of goes in and out of a little bit of alpine trees and that kind of stuff, and so it just kind of alternates as you're going, and you end up coming up into some really sweet views and just the cathedral walls of the park. And then you start coming up to Haystack, and that's the first part where you get the most vertical. And I think if you're going to do a fun little day hike and park your car up at the pass, just coming up and having lunch up at Haystack is a really cool place to do it, where there's a bunch of really awesome boulders that you can, kind of hang out and have some lunch. And so once you go ahead and do that, you keep continuing to work your way up a little bit more, and then just across, and we came across these really sweet boulder field where we saw some pikas and got to watch them run around with their harvest in their mouth, and they're just super cute and awesome. I love them. And then past that, we got to see some bighorns. We actually saw some bighorns earlier, so I'll show those now. And then we saw one that was just kind of at the base of this cliff napping, and we kind of caught himself jerking and waking up, and so that was pretty funny. And then so then the other part that's a fun little spur is right before you get to Granite Park Chalet, which you can kind of see in the distance there. You get to, it says 0.6 miles, and we all agree that that's a lie. We think it's more like 3/4 of a mile or something along those lines. But you get to go up to the Grinnell Glacier overlook, and that is just super pretty. You get to look down at the kind of mint green colored upper Grinnell Lake, which has been appearing in the last, I don't know, however many years. And then just to look at the glacier there, and Grinnell Glacier is actually kind of opposite wall, and then right below you there's a glacier called the Salamander Glacier. You can just barely see the top part of that. And then as you turn around, you go ahead and you get to see all the views that you've been enjoying this entire time, and it's just awesome. So then you head on your way back down, and you pop up over by Granite Park Chalet, which is this old, vintage, really cool looking rock and log chalet. And it's just neat. They have a bunch of rooms and everything that you can stay at. They were just closing up when we were there, so it's definitely that time of season when they're buttoning down the hatches. But then right from there, you start to descend into some alpine firs and just kind of a wall of trees for a while that breaks open with a couple of views every once in a while. And then after a little bit, you end up breaking out into the old fire that burned through here about 8 or so years ago. And it's one of the cool things about it is that it's all been really growing back really well. And there was actually quite a few berries and stuff, and there was one of the park's permanent residents was there just chewing through a lot of them. So we got to see a grizzly off the trail, and he was just eating up a bunch of the berries and really didn't care that we were there. So filmed him for a little bit, and then notified some people that were behind us, and we all moved on as a group. And it was just really nice to see him just getting all fat before the winter. And then just continued through all of the rest of the burn area to the iconic loop, which is the huge switchback in the Going to the Sun Road. And that's just the Highline. The Highline's so awesome. It's so beautiful, and even if you can do the whole thing. You can go, you know, if you don't like downhill, you can start from the bottom and work your way up, or you can start from the top and go down and maybe find somebody you trust to swap keys with or something like we did, which worked out awesome. And then after that, you know, it's just great. But even if you just start up at the at Logan Pass and just walk on that for a while and stuff, it's just totally worth it. The views are fantastic, and I don't know, I love it. I recommend it. That's the Highline Trail. At first we just saw him from the backside.
Yeah, I think he's a grizzly.
Okay, smile, bear. Okay.
Big bear.
There's that hump right there.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for moving out into the open, sweetheart.
Isn't he beautiful?
Isn't he? Yep, he's fantastic.
Yeah,
And there's some cubs in there too.
Yeah, they're all behind us.
boy, he's a beautiful bear.
Oh yeah, he's put. Now he's got way out into the open for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming over here. Oh, it looks like it's playing. It looks like it's attacking something.
Oh, maybe a ground squirrel or something, huh?
This
Kind of funky.
eagle is currently taking leaves off of a stick. That's what it looks like when I zoomed in really far, which is really bizarre. Oh, look at that sliding right off there. That's cool.
And there he goes. Took off.